Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Currently on my lunch break at work today, and I want to go ahead and talk about something after the morning that I've had and what I've encountered. I want to talk about why mental health is so important, and why it's so important for you to take care of your mental health. And I might have some tips and tricks for you. Okay. I know that during this quarantine, during all this COVID madness, it has been crazy. Trust me, I've tested COVID patients. I talk to patients every day. But the patients, like I had a patient this morning, and it's just the sadness in her voice. It broke me, dealing with mental illness myself. And this is why, the stuff that I go through is why I'm able to help others. Okay, now being with someone with anxiety and chronic health conditions and stuff, it's easy to empathize with people. I mean, some people just don't know what to say. The best thing you can do is listen to someone. Just listen to them. Hear what they have to say. I listened to her. She cried to me for about 20 minutes. And I told her, if you ever need me, you have my number. Like, yes, my patients, let's be honest, the majority of my patients have my number. I was working from home for a while, so yes, they do have my phone number. I don't care who reaches out to me. I don't care if patients reach out to me, because you know what? What if that 5 minutes that they need from me was the 5 minutes to determine whether or not they did something harmful to themselves or somebody else? I have witnessed, how hard COVID and the scariness and everything has hit everybody. I've seen it on telehealth. I've seen it in the office. I've seen it, I can hear it in their voice when I'm speaking to them. They're so scared, with everything opening back up in the world. But in reality, in my state, like our curve, they thought our curve was flattening, but our curve is actually going back up. So I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is it terrifies me. And this is why you need to take care of your mental health. I had a very rough week. Last week. A lot of things got to me, which, I do suffer from anxiety and depression and PTSD. So I ended up taking most of the week off last week because I felt like my mental health was not where it should be, and I needed time. And when I say needed time, I needed time to just stop what I was doing, think about what I want in life, and just to, bring myself back to reality. Sometimes, especially with anxiety, you have to bring yourself back to reality, and depression and PTSD, because that stuff can hit you at any moment. It's just like last week I was questioning, am I really a good nurse? Knowing in my heart that I am a good nurse and I do whatever I can to help everybody, I was still questioning myself, because it's your subconscious. Your subconscious is what holds everything in, and that is what eats you alive. That is what eats your brain. That is what keeps those thoughts going and going and going and going, and you can't stop them. I was questioning myself on every single thing last week. Is this right for me? Is this right for me? Is this right for me? What do I do? Oh my gosh, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm not getting any sleep because it keeps me up at night. I'm scared for my kids. Having kids is like the worst anxiety ever, because it's like you're scared for your kids. And, going back to school, I'm terrified for them to go back to school in a few months. I mean, who knows what a few months is going to bring? We don't know. But we have to dial it back a little bit. We have to think things through. And I know this is hard, because it's hard for me to tell myself, and it's hard for me to do sometimes. We have to stop. We have to breathe. There's a bunch of breathing involved, breathing techniques you can do. You have to just, and it's really hard for me not to cry right now, because it's just the morning I've had, and I'm just so tired, and I just want to go home, and I can't, because I have to take care of these patients, because these patients need me. They need me, and I mean, I'll be there for them. That's what I have to do. And that also helps my anxiety. It helps my anxiety, helps my depression and everything else, because me helping somebody else is actually in turn helping me, because I'm not focusing on me. I'm not focusing on my subconscious. I'm focusing on them and what they have going on. So that is one tip and trick that I have for you, is to reach out to somebody, like friends and stuff. Let everything they say just come to you. Just focus on every single word they're saying. Because if you help someone else through something, in turn, it's helping you, because you're not thinking about what's going on in your head. If you're having a panic attack, or if you're panicking, if you're getting those heart palpitations, if you're struggling and you just need somebody, call somebody. You know what? Message me. Like, I put my socials in my description box. Message me. I will message you back. If it takes a while, I'm either at work or I'm driving, and that's it. But I will respond. Reach out to somebody, because talking about it, you don't even have to talk about it. It's like, I'm panicking, but get yourself out of that mode. Get yourself talking to somebody, on the phone. You could be just talking about some random stuff. It helps. It really does help. And I've been struggling with this stuff for so long, and this week being a really rough week, it's just like, with PTSD. There's a lot of stuff that happened about 10 years ago, and I'm not ready to talk about that, but it's like, I've been deep cleaning, because if I don't stay busy, my mind will take over. So I'm constantly moving. I'm constantly going, constantly trying to do something, because I don't want to just sit there and think. I don't. So it's like I was deep cleaning, and you know how kids get, nail polish and stuff on carpets. I was scrubbing Carly's carpet, and I had a flashback. PTSD just came whooshing back, because it was like the exact same thing I was doing 10 years ago, but in a different situation. And it was in the exact same room I was in, because I actually have the house that I lived in when I was a teenager. So it's hard, but know that your mental health comes first. If you feel like your job is making your mental health go down, reevaluate, because you know what, there's always going to be another job for you. If you feel like your friends are messing with your mental health, sit back, take a few days, reevaluate. Are they really helping me, or are they holding me back? Is my family bringing down my mental health? Think about that one. Take a step back and see, and if they are, you tell me, look, I'm so stressed out. My anxiety, depression, PTSD, whatever it may be, is overwhelming me right now. I can't hold any more on my shoulders. Can we please just try to figure whatever situation out? Because the more you keep in, the more stuff builds up. When you talk about it, if you talk about a situation going on with somebody you might not be in good terms with, or if just something or anything is going on, talk about it. Because I know from experience, keeping it in, just, you get this heavy chest and you just explode one day. Or, you could explode silently. But then you really are bringing yourself down. If a relationship is bringing you down, if you are not happy, if someone makes you feel a certain way, like mentally, emotionally, physically, like abuses you, leave. There's so many situations that I could dive deep into right now, but you need to take care of you first, because if you're not mentally stable and your mental health is not right, and you're not taking the steps to focus on yourself and bringing you back down, you're no good to nobody else. You're no good to anybody else, and you're not good to yourself. You need to take care of you, whether it's taking a day, going to get your nails done, your hair done, sitting in a bathtub with some candles, swimming by yourself. Just take a day for yourself and just relax, rethink whatever is causing mental health, like especially like with COVID right now. If that is causing your mental health and it's causing you to think bad thoughts, or you can't handle the quarantine or want to do something to yourself or anybody else, or just make you depressed in general, reach out to me. Reach out to someone, if not me, to someone you feel comfortable talking with. Because I promise you, there's people out there that will sit there and listen, and they will try to help you as much as they can. And I am one of those people. So for men, like, I can't stress enough how important it is to focus on your mental health. You know, some people need medication for it, some people don't. But I know that right now, really hard times, really, really hard times in this world. And no one knows when it's going to end. No one knows for sure if it's going to get worse. No one knows for sure if it's going to get any better. We can't focus on that. We have to focus on ourselves, our families, building and trying to stay at a norm. And yes, everybody has a new normal right now. But you know what? Embrace it, because that time that you're spending with your family, cherish it. And that's what I've learned from it. It's like, yeah, it would be nice, you know, to go take them, you know, kids do this and that and the other. But it's like, you know, some days we have our down days. Yesterday was a huge down day for me. I don't know why, but yesterday everything ate at my heart. Every single thing. And I was just so... all day. I just sat there all day. You know, I did a few things with the kids at home, but the majority of the time I just sat there because so many things were just eating at me. And when I went to bed, I prayed. And I know everybody has different beliefs, but praying is one of, you know, I pray. I pray that I will get through this situation, that I can help people get through it. And as much as it scares me being a nurse and testing people for COVID and going in and being on the front lines, I mean, so many other people are doing it too. You know, everybody asks me, they're like, how do you handle it? It's tough. And like I needed to take a few mental days last week, and I sure did. Because don't let anybody tell you can't take a mental day. Because you don't want to hold, I know, this is something when I'm struggling with anxiety, I rub my chest, start scratching my chest, I'm sorry. But take those days. Make sure you are okay. Because if you're not okay, then we have to fix it. And if you were in panic mode, or if your subconscious is going, like, eating at you, try this simple technique. Literally count out of order. Because you know, your mind's programmed to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, you know, and so on. But count in order, you know. And you have to think, like, you have to think. And this tricks your subconscious. You're tricking your subconscious. Be like, you're breaking out of that mode that you're in. Because it's like, oh, you got to really think really hard. 50, 13, 27. Just count out of order. I've helped so many people come out of panic attacks, you know, flashbacks, you know, anything, because you have to trick your subconscious, because you have to understand everything comes from your subconscious. Everything does. So trick it. Don't let your subconscious eat at you. Don't let your anxiety control you. Don't let your depression control you. Don't let your PTSD control you. Do not let your mental health control you. You control it. That is all that I can really say. And I gave all of this advice and information to my patient this morning, and instead of her hanging up crying like she called me crying, she hung up laughing. She hung up, you know, happy as can be, because she got to get it out. She had no one else to talk to. When you live by yourself and you feel like you have no one, or if you just feel like you have no one in general, or no one's going to understand, and you finally find someone that understands what you're going through, that is the best part. It's like I've told y'all before. When I started struggling through everything I was going through, no one understood in my family. None of my friends understood. Nobody did, because they didn't go through it. So when I found someone in my life that actually struggled with it as well, I was able to release and to talk about it, and not have someone just sit there and be like, I don't know what to tell you. Just calm down. No, I can't calm down. Y'all don't understand. So if you don't have anybody in your life that understands what you're going through, please reach out to me, because I'm here. I won't judge you. Your information won't go further than me. And I can promise you that. I've already had several people reach out to me, and I want people to continue to do so, because I'm here to help y'all. You know, yes, I post makeup videos. Makeup is something that I do to play around with. It helps my anxiety. If I'm in an anxious mood, I literally played with makeup for 2 hours last week because I was just so down. And I'm like, you know what? This makes me happy. Like, you know, it takes my mind off of it. You're so focused on trying to make sure you're doing something right and this, that, and the other, that you're not even thinking about anything else but doing your makeup. You know, guys and girls, you know, if guys, you know, are into makeup, try that, because that is an outlet for me. Doing these videos are an outlet for me, because I feel like if I can reach as many people as I want to, that I can help people as much as I want to. So I have to go back inside now, but if any of you guys need me, please, please, please DM me on Instagram, Snapchat, you know, find me on Facebook. I don't care where you find me. Just find me, or leave me a message or leave in the comment. I'll tell you what to do. We'll go from there. But if your mental health is not stable, nothing in your body is going to be stable. Everything is going to go crazy. So just please keep in mind, and please try to not let everything get the best of you. I know that's really hard for people to hear, but like I said, I'm always here if you need me, and I'm very genuine and pure when I say that. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because I gotta go back to work. So y'all have a great day.